Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to get video graphics on FreeBSD running under UTM on a Mac. For that, let's start by installing first FreeBSD. So we go here, add virtualize other CD DVD and FreeBSD video. Let's go for this. I will open the VM settings. In my machine, unfortunately, network only works if it is bridged to Wi-Fi. That should be fine. And now we install the operating system. All right, so let's install xfce, Xorg, Midnight Commander, and Vim. All right, so you name -a, you see that we are on an ARM release. Name of the machine is the FreeBSD video. If we want to do start X, it does not run. Let me see, pkg search. We need xf86. Grep scfp. I think it's called like this. Yes, so let's install this. Install xf86. Video is scfp. That's what we're going to need afterwards. Okay, actually it was already installed. So again, startx does not run. Just to make it nice, I'm going to say here in the xinit rc start xfce4. So this is the start xfce4 chmod dot xinit rc, and we should be able to next time we do the start x, it should try to start xfce. Now I'll just power off the machine and confirm that the video is actually configured correctly. So power off. So we go here. I forgot this before. So under display, yeah, this would maybe work. I'm going to get this one here, VirtIO GPU device. Click on save and start the machine again. All right, so root. So let's start again, start X, and again it doesn't start. So how can we try to solve this? We go to this web page. We can go to this web page. The link, I'll paste it in the comments of the video on YouTube. And this is the reviews number D55012. It was started by myself. It's currently not, there are no reviewers. I'm trying to see if who is going to be able to review this thing. But yeah, it was, these are the changes I did to the FreeBSD system. You can get a diff, so download the raw diff. Yes, so let's save this into the desktop. And the next thing we are going to do is to copy this thing to the virtual machine. So before we copy the file into the FreeBSD machine, we still need to allow root to SSH. Please don't do this in productive systems because you are basically weakening security. So etc ssh sshd permit root login should be set to yes, and password permit password authentication yes. This is weakening your system. Again, you should not do this. So service sshd restart. All right, and now we should be able to copy things. So let's do it. Here we are back into the terminal, and let's copy the D into root at 192. Let me if config. This is the machine 46 and 192, 168, 246 under temp. Okay, so the file is there. And now to make it look a little bit better, I'm going to move the window here a little bit. And I'm going to SSH to that machine. 46. Under user source, we should be able to see the FreeBSD kernel sources here. So let's put this thing here with color. And under TMP, there should be this file, which is a diff file. I think you apply this with patch, yeah, -p1 with /tmp d. All right, succeeded. Let me see if this is actually done. So we go to here, this file, and a map. Yes, if you see this line here in this file, this means that the file has been patched successfully. We are almost there, believe it or not. What we need now is to make build kernel with the kern conf equals to generic. It's a generic configuration. It will take some time. Done. So it took almost 9,200 seconds would be 10 minutes, right? So not really the 10 minutes. Okay, so we are really close now. Make install kernel with kern conf equals generic. And now you're going to see that it's going to complain. Okay, and overwrite this check we set destination dir. So dest dir equals / and now it installs the kernel. All right, so this is now under /boot /kernel. Let's have a look at boot ls, and you see here there is a kernel. Here, this is the new one, and there is the kernel.old. So if we want to boot the system and for whatever reason kernel did not work out very well, we can still go to the kernel.old in the boot prompt. Okay. Let's exit SSH, lower the window, go back to the machine and just type in reboot. Let's try to log in, root, and now let's start try startx. And this is it. So before it was not possible to do this, and now we can start X with a terminal. No worries. Nice. So what have I done? I installed FreeBSD from the get-go. I made sure that the kernel sources are installed in FreeBSD, and I applied the patch, I downloaded and applied the patch, and I recompiled the kernel, or I compiled the kernel, and I installed the kernel in the system and rebooted, and now it's working. So under dmask, let's see this, dmask pipe, okay, set xkb map, it should be German, yes, German keys there, dmask pipe less vtgpu, and we see here this was done, this was added by myself, /dev fp0 created, and this is what xf86 basically, what Xorg basically requires, the X server, and that's it. No big deal. So we have a couple of settings here, so let's try to see. If you tell me, well, this is I can extend the window, so let's try to do this, but the screen does not resize, and I would like to have it a little bit better. So let's see what the dimensions of the screen are. xrender, and we have currently 1280 by 800 pixels, and maybe I want to have something different, so I'm going to go to bootloader.conf and set the parameter hw vert io gpu dot width. Let's put it at 1600, and the other the height, let's put it at 1000, for example. Okay, so it should be 1600 by 1000. Sync, just, and yeah, reboot. You can see that the window is a little bit bigger now. Now let's log in again and start X, because we can now. So, and what is our resolution? xrender 1600 by 1000. Awesome, awesome. Now it's a little bit done in a very simple way. So it's mapping the video memory and needs to be copied between the virtual machine and the host system. And this is done once every 30 seconds, so meaning 30 frames per second. I'm not exactly sure whether this is going to be an issue for you or not, so I've decided to add another tunable parameter in the kernel that allows to change these things. So, for example, if I try to move the window here, you see some artifacts with this is due to the copying of the window, to the copying of the memory. You can try to make it faster or try to make it slower, but don't forget that if you make it faster, then the FreeBSD kernel needs to spend much more time copying and will take time from the user, meaning it will slow down the machine. So there should be a compromise here. I select the 30 frames per second by default, but you can tune that. So oops, set xkb map de. Let's do sysctl -a, I think hw. Let's search for that parameter. So sysctl -a, and let's put pipe grep refresh rate. And we see here we have a refresh rate of 30 on the VTGPU 0. So let's sysctl. This one here, it's currently set to 30. Let's lower this really down. So let's put it at 10. And now you can see it takes much more time. Okay. Now if I put 60 Hertz, it goes much smoother, and you still see some artifacts in the window here. I've never tried this, but we can see if we can do it. Okay, 120. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I think so 20 is already probably a little bit low. Yeah, 20 is probably already enough, but I leave it at 30 frames per second. That's how it starts per default, and you can add this parameter also into the bootloader or to the rc.conf. All right, so that's it for today. If you like the video, please give it a like. Otherwise, please use the space down below for comments and suggestions. Thank you for passing by and take care and see you next time. Bye bye.